Hello, wrestling fans. How you guys? Here, let you know what happened NXT for November the 26th, 2024. The opening match was an Arn Survivor qualifying match. Ethan Page took on one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions, Axiom, with Nathan Frazier at ringside. Nathan Frazier won his qualifying match last week against Eddie Forbes, so he's hoping that his partner will win this qualifying match because they got a game plan figured out now. If they're both in on Survivor, that gives them five chances of one of them winning the match. They could double team the other three people, and one that could get the most points and go on to stay and deliver NXT's version of WrestleMania challenge for the World Championship, which is currently held by Trick Williams. Great match these guys put on to start the show. Wow. Axion hit back-to-back snap hurricanranas, a running Spanish fly, a top rope Spanish fly, into an armbar submission. Ethan Page powered that out of that with a sit-down powerbomb to break out of the hold. Then Ethan Page had to run a clothesline, deliver three backbreakers. And one of them he delivered off the top rope. That was nasty as hell. Forearm shots to the back on Axion. Just damaged the back of him, man. Wow, like 10 minutes straight of just working on the back. Irish whipped him in the corner, back first. More shots to the back. Axion fought back. Yes kicks. Jump up Enziguri kick. Written for Golden Ratio, which is like a running shining wizard. Ethan Page countered it with an intercepting clothesline for the 1-2-3. So Ethan Page is going into Arn Survivor. He's the fourth man to qualify. After the match, other tag teams showed up. They started brawling. They've been doing for the past few weeks. Nathan Frazier and Axion finally got involved in the brawl now. These did stereo dives off the top ropes to the outside, knocking down the other tag teams. Then they start brawling backstage out into the parking lot. We're out in the mud. Double team flapjack somebody on the hood of a car. Somebody else picked up a guy, body slammed him on a windshield, broke that. Then the Rock's daughter finally gets referees and security to try to separate them again. Then Josh breaks, and this new guy, a Japanese superstar, which I said last week's video, it won't surprise me they're going to throw these guys in as tag team, and they'll start brawling. Sure enough, they show up, they start brawling with the other tag teams, and then they grab hold of Nathan Frazier and Axion, and I don't know what they went, but they went off camera. That was it. You never seen them for the rest of the brawl. And then later on the show, the Rock's daughter announced, like, enough of this brawling. It's getting out of hand. But I appreciate you guys showing me who deserves to be number one contender. So next week, it's going to be a tag team battle royal. The winners face Nathan Frazier Axion at deadline for the tag team titles. That pissed off the champions. Because Nathan Frazier, look, I'm already in a 25-minute Arn Man Survivor Challenge. And now I got to fit my tag team titles with Axion. I was like, double duty. That ain't fair. And she said, too bad. 84 walks up. He says, look, I heard a rumor that you're going to get the people that lost the qualifying matches next week a second chance fatal four-way. She said, yes, that's right. 84, so I should not have to requalify. I should be in the match because the tag teams last week cost me my opportunity. And he grabbed a hold of her, and the Rock's daughter said, don't touch me. And then the tag team started brawling again after she just got them all, just stop fighting for a bit. And somebody knocked 84 into the door, which came back and knocked the Rock's daughter on her ass. Shawn Michaels is there. And he is mad because he thinks 84 smashed the door under her on purpose. When he was pushed into the door came back and hit her by accident. But it sounded like he did it on purpose. So Shawn Michaels slammed him up against like a receiver door and told him get the hell out of the arena before he regrets firing his ass or taking him out of the fatal four-way. Now it's time for a second match. That segment lasted a little bit. Then it was like afterwards, the other segment, right? The second match of the night was set up when Lola Vice and Wendy Sinclair was backstage bickering back and forth who they think will win the Winham's Survivor qualifier matchup. Okay match. Sinclair kept doing like running clotheslines, stuff like that. Lola Vice kept her grounded for like 10 minutes straight with like headlocks, head scissors, armbar holds, stuff like that. Sinclair delivered arm submission, transition that into an armbar submission, transition that into like a key lock arm submission. Lola Vice had enough of this. Spinning back fist, you win it, Lola Vice. It wasn't that great of a match to watch. Next up, for the North American Championship, Tony the Don defended with Rizzo in his corner against Shawn Spears with Brooks Jensen and this new guy. We finally get his name's Akio. He's at ringside. And yes, last week, the Rockstar changed Tony's North American title match against Brooks Jensen to a non-title match. This week, she did not change that match. The title was on the line. Before the bout, Tony attacked Shawn Spears, body shots, punches, back him into the corner. The referee pulled him off. And then the bell rang. Tony ran, clothesline Shawn Spears in the corner. Suplexed him in the corner, delivered a top rope superplex. Then he did a move, I forget what it was, and then he started favoring the leg that Brooks Jensen chop blocked last week after he lost to Tony. Then Shawn Spears targeted the leg, kicks to the leg, figure four leg lock. He had that locked on for good 4 minutes, maybe 5. Finally, Tony got a hold of the rope break, rope for the rope break. And referee almost disqualified Shawn Spears, but he let go before the count of 5. Then Shawn Spears stomped on the leg, dropped his knee down on it, started twisting the leg around. Tony fought back, delivered a spine buster, not a belly-to-belly suplex, ring announcer. Ran, Shawn Spears, was pinning him, and Shawn flipped over the pin into a roll-up pin. Tony kicked out of that. Shawn Spears caught him with 2 back-to-back super kicks. Jumped up. I think he was going for like a Hurricane or something. Tony caught him and just blasted him with a spine buster for the 1-2-3 to keep his North American Championship. Very good match. I enjoyed it. Check it out, folks. After the match, the new guy, Keo, runs in. JBL style lyric clothesline, knocking down the champion. Then Shawn Spears, Brooks Jensen laugh and tell Tony that one of them will be the one to defeat him for that North American Championship. And then they left. Next up, we have Julia versus Jordan. The winner gets the 4th out of 5 spot in the Arn Women's Survivor match at the pay-per-view deadline. This match, it was all Julia. She delivered arm drag takedowns, hurricanranas, suplexes, German suplex, just destroying Jordan. Jordan delivered a butterfly suplex, hit the top rope, split-legged moonsault, but Julia transitioned that to STF submission. Jordan hit a super kicks, run across body is really all she did. 95% of this match is all offense, Julia. Julia won the match with a spinning Falcon Arrow, picked her up, and then hit a spinning Brainbuster for the 1-2-3 to qualify. Your main event was for the NXT Women's North American Championship. Daisy Duke of Toxic Attraction 2.0 with JC Jade and Jasmine. Ringside took on the person that accepted the open challenge, Tatum Paxi. Before the match, they approached Paxi backstage. He said, "Are you sure you want to be the one to step up and challenge, us for our title?" Even though Daisy Duke's champion, but they keep saying it's their belt. And Tatum Paxi said, "Yes, because I'm going to beat you for it." And Daisy Duke, JCJ, Jasmine, you can never win the big one. How many Women's Championships have you held? And they stood there, that's right, none. And they walked off. Then Tatum Paxi said, maybe it's about time for JCJ's former partner to return. I'm like, okay, that's Gingy Doran. She's a badass wrestler. She's been out of action all year. Last time we seen her, she lost to Chelsea Green, and Josh Green took her shopping somewheres and did a makeover, and we never saw what the makeover was like, and they just dropped the whole storyline theme. So the match started. Really good match, back and forth. Tatum Paxi had a running crossbar in the corner, butterfly suplex out of the corner. Almost won the title there. Hit a 450 splash during the match. Almost won it then. 4 or 5 times she almost won that championship. But Daisy Duke kept fighting. JCJ caused a distraction, which allowed Daisy Duke to hit a running 619 around the ring post, hitting Tatum Paxi. Got 2 count off of that. hit a running face buster, which I like. Forearm shots, both women exchange chops, shots at the midsection. Then Jacy Jayde again caused a distraction. As Tatum Paxley was setting up for her finisher, Daisy Duke countered it, hit a running famouser for the 1-2-3 to retain the North American Women's Championship. After the match, Toxic Attraction 2.0 3-1 beat down Tatum Paxley. Gingy Doran returns, cleans house, just destroys Toxic Attraction 2.0, and sides of Tatum Paxley, and that's how the show ends. I'm curious if Gingy Doran might leave Tatum Paxley because she was a part of the original Toxic Attraction, which was her, Jacy Jayde, and Mandy Rose years ago. So her and Jacy's always had this good chemistry as a tag team until they broke up the stable. Mandy Rose left the WWE, then Jacy Jayde and Gingy just basically broke up as a tag team. Nothing happened there. They had one singles match against each other. That was it. So maybe Gingy might, after a bit, join this new group, I'm thinking. Next week, we got the tag team Battle Royal where the winners face Nathan Frazier, X Young for the tag titles at deadline. We have 2 Fatal 4-Way second last chance qualifiers. You got Alexis King, Eddie Thorpe, Exion, and Cedric Alexander. The winner of that match gets the 5th final spot in the man's Ornament match. And for the winner, you got Jada Parker. I hope to God she doesn't win this, because if she's in it, she's winning it, and it's just going to ruin the whole match, because she's not that great. Anyways, you got Jada Parker, you got Sinclair, you got Jordan, and you got Corey J, where the winner gets the 5th spot of the Winham's on a morning matchup. Also next week, Carmen has challenged Nikki Lyons to a match, because Nikki Lyons last night said again that she has a thing going on with Asante Fiandonis, and that he's just sleeping with Carmen to get back at her, because apparently she didn't want to sleep with him one night or something like that. The whole love relationship storyline with Asante Fiandonis and Carmen. It's one week it's good, the next week it's bad acting, then it's good the following week it's back and forth like a bouncing ball that bounces back and forth between walls. Now, Nikki Lyons apparently has slept with the guy, and then apparently he stood her up for a date. Now he's with Carmen. Now she wants payback, stuff like that. I don't understand this. It's like, I don't know why she's involved in this storyline. Rich Holland, Trick Williams had a segment talking about who's going to win the NXT World Championship at deadline. When suddenly Eric Bischoff appears on the Titantron and says, next week, he's going to be on NXT for a huge announcement. I wonder if maybe The Rock's daughter, after that whole door again slamming her face thing, maybe she's going to leave, taking some time off, and he's going to become the new general manager of NXT. I'm curious why this huge announcement is. If he's just going to be the special referee or something, that's going to be lame. Eric Bischoff's huge announcements always were exciting to hear and stuff. X-Pac is also going to be there live next week. He has an announcement as well. I don't know what that is. I'm curious to hear what that announcement is too. Adrian Chase was shown packing up his stuff, saying goodbye to the classroom, the Chase U students, and that I find it funny that Thea Hill, Duke Hudson, and Riley Osborne weren't there to see him leave the school. And then someone off camera tells him, hold up, wait. And then he turns around and is right excited, whoever this is, and it says to be continued. So maybe somehow he's going to be able to rejoin the team. I don't know. Also, there was a segment backstage for it showed Tatum Paxley playing with her dolls in a dollhouse, and she left and someone took one of the dolls. And the person that did that before was Wendy Chu. I hope it's not Wendy Chu again, because this whole thing with her and Tatum Paxley, that ended last month. They don't need to bring that back and drag that on. That would just be a terrible mistake right there. There we have it, folks. Let me know below which tag team you like to see win the Battle Royal. You got the Gallus, you got Out of the Mud, Hank and Tank, Top Stacks and Luca, Tyson and Tarek. That's 5 tag teams. And then the 6 tag team. Who's the 6 tag team? Alright, there's a 6 tag team. Because it says the 6 tag team battle royal. I hope it's Hank and Tank. They finally get a chance to have a pay-per-view match and have a title shot. They deserve one. All these other tag teams, they've had opportunities in the past for the titles. Not Hank and Tank. They should get the opportunity. I like to see Cedric Alexander win the second Fatal 4-Way qualifier to qualify to join Javon Evans, Wesley, Ethan Page, and Nate Frazier in the 25-minute on-demand match, because that'd be awesome. He'll fit perfectly in that. If not him, Alexis King. I hope it's not 84 or I'm trying to think who it is. Cedric Alexander, 84, Alexis King, Exion. Exion. I like to see Cedric Alexander, Alexis King win. For the winner, Corey Jade, hands down. I want to see her win it. I hope to God Jada Parker does win it, because like I said, if she wins it, then that just ruins the match, because they've been building her up. And if she's in it, you know damn well she's going to be missing so many running asses to the faces and scoring so many points off the smell coming from her butt. And she's probably going to rack up like 15 points. And she'll be like the most Wonham in NXT history to have the most points in Autumn Wonham Survivor, which would be a bunch of bullshit. I hate that finisher of hers. I can't stand it. Now, Naomi does rear view, where she runs, jumps, and her ass hits the person's face. She at least connects with the move. Jada Parker just misses all the time. It's pathetic. There you have it, folks. SmackDown. They have announced it. I called it. Jey Uso and Jacob Fatu are the chosen representatives for the War Games advantage for that match. Also on SmackDown announced Shinsuke Nakamura is facing Andrade Cien Almas. That should be one hell of a match right there. And LA Knight has promised that he's going to beat Nakamura at Survivor Series War Games and keep his United States Championship. But I don't know, because bringing Nakamura in, having him attack LA Knight 2 weeks in a row now, and the promo they showed for SmackDown with like Nakamura, Andrade, and LA Knight saying that he's going to retain his title at the pay-per-view against Nakamura. I think Nakamura might win the match and win the title. Because looking back, every time Nakamura's had a singles match at a Survivor Series pay-per-view, he's always won one. He's always won them. And every time a title's on the line, he's always won a title at that pay-per-view. So his win-loss record is great at that pay-per-view. He's got a lot of wins there. So, LA Knight, calling it, man. I think your title run's coming to end, bro. Stay safe, everybody. Too sweet. Bye.